Everyone wonders about something. For some, it is their purpose. Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? Would I be more popular on Twitch if I showed my feet, or if I started teaching frogs how to game? All are valid and complex, nuanced questions. But what about the other question everyone is asking? The biggest of them all. Which Arknights Zalak would be the best to start a family with? Here it is, the promised Gooner content, but we're still a higher brow, higher functioning group of degenerates. So how are we doing this? We will cover the expected things as well as the more wholesome side of things, but we need to start eliminating and tiering our candidates. And I have a few levels. No, decent, wife, and the undisputed champion of breedable rodents. Now, let's make like a cannibal at a morgue and get cooking. First up in our no category, we begin with the treasure hunter. She has as much lore as a Dark Souls game without item descriptions. Great style, pioneering American spirit, and a couple dairy trucks are cool, but it's just not enough. Come back when you have some lore. Next, Ciarus is married. We're here for tight, sopping, wet, rodent-based meat walls, but we're also here for love, and hers is taken. Now here's an interesting couple of ladies to have here, Ashlock and Scavenger. Now for me, they're in this location because they don't seem to be looking to have the voids in their lives filled by men or dick. Also, they're mean, but hey ladies, go off. Slap Skittles or fidget fish tacos or whatever else you call it. For you, big. Next in the nose, gonna have to be Cement. She's silly and all, but her brainstem has been disconnected and reconnected to her brain so many times, it looks like a cartoonish frayed rope that's about to snap. She has about as many firing functional synapses as I do women attracted to me. So it's not looking good for her, if that wasn't immediately obvious by what I said. But hey, this category wasn't going to be that productive anyways. These girls are generally one of a few things: gay, married, irrelevant, or in Cement's case, severely brain dead. Granted, I'm sure all of those things could be appealing to others, but just not for me, okay? That was a nice, quick, first no section. Let's move on to the okay. Shaw is employed, but also kind of annoying and, well, not very attractive. Sorry, Shaw, but you're kind of, I don't know, tiny. Like, really tiny. I would rather you were a little bigger. How about you, Official and Click? They're content creators. Now, most people aren't the biggest fan of their wife doing OnlyFans, but thankfully, these two stream and make videos, which is like 2% less demeaning than showing your butthole to the world. Speaking of, find me on OnlyFans today and pay me $50 a month to get a single image of my nipples. They're solid, but content creator doesn't really scream marriage material. It screams psychopath. Just look at me. But also, if we're looking back at wife material, neither does being a VR chat girly. Contrail is adorable, but one look at her and you can tell she has a whole VR sex machine apparatus in her room. She can bounce on it like an Olympic gymnast, but she also has a few problems. Her seeming social anxiety and lack of willingness to go outside for anything but test flights is actually a negative for me. Not to mention, she will probably only ever drink gamer subs out of a cup from some VTuber who got canceled for, like, I don't know, racism or whatever drama they're getting up to in the VTuber community. Her room probably already reeks of goon activity, and she probably has worse life skills than an esports pro. So despite being able to make you erupt like a Yellowstone geyser, she's only making the decent tier. Lutanata is a traumatized schizophrenic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Twitter. I'm just hesitant to approach that for marriage. Or even for casual sex. I mean, you'll be shaking the bed and she'll get real quiet for a moment before she starts whimpering about how she remembers the screams and sees dead people. This is something to bring up with your mental health professional, ma'am. Your cheek clapper is just not equipped to help you through that. Gravel is scary. Gravel is the type of woman who would castrate you because she had a dream where you cheated on her. Besides potentially cutting up your meat like a butcher deboning a chicken, does it grip? Certainly. Will she be a good mother to your children? Less certain, but still very possible but, like, you better not have, like, any other woman in your life, even your mother, that you want to talk to, because you never know. She's twitchy like that. You never know what she's gonna do. Finally, in the decent tier, Honeyberry. Zoe is a sweetheart, but you simply cannot trust a psychology major. You will be psychoanalyzed and manipulated by someone who probably would think it's a good idea to make a cologne called Musky Cock. At least she'll look cute while she potentially ruins your life. And if she stays cute and doesn't go full Hello Kitty girl mode using her psychology degree for evil, then she's pretty normal and you can move her up from the okay to the good wife tier. Now that we've looked these over, let's get to the top tiers. This is what we're here for. We're not here for okay breeding. We're here for very good. Now, who are the most fertile, childbearing, mortgage-affording, youngling-rearing Zalaks? First up is a controversial choice. Lin. Now, Lin is a little aggressive sometimes. A current slum princess and future slum queen is a bit scary, but she draws clear lines and you can discuss boundaries. Now, when it comes to the breedability, what am I supposed to say? The golden ratio rat booty image, while not fucking using the golden ratio right, still shows that those cakes are no joke. And the chest is the same. I mean, that is one tight-ass suit, dress, hybrid thingy. Now, she would probably leave most of the raising of the kids to you, but we don't shy away from responsibility on the Living Rain channel. We shy away from boring characters. Even if this wasn't a sexual thing, which, don't get me wrong, it is, we can use the knowledge of the great philosopher Markiplier when he described Resident Evil's Mammoth Mommy. It's about power, and the mob daughter certainly has some power I can respect. To conclude, she's hot as fuck, she has money and power to help raise those kids, but she may want to step on you. Normally I don't like that, but for whatever reason, there's a couple purple women in Arknights that I'd be willing to allow to do so. Specifically purple. Next up, less controversial, Flametail. A second girly who engages in VR activities so you know she can handle some shafts. The gamer clappers, high tier, allowing her to bounce on it like a frog who just drank 20 bangs mixed with cocaine. Sona literally had to win her humanity back in the pits of hell that infected knights get thrown into, so you better believe she can get through the hard times. And pregnancy? Man, why did I write that? I cannot write these goddamn Gooner videos. All her friends may want to bang her, but how can you blame them? We may have to get past the jealous, she's not interested friend at the bar, but once we're past that, we have a peppy leader of men and women ready to take on the world. Perfect for both making and raising a child, an almost excessively good choice for wife. Now, it's time for a couple surprises, I think, at the top tier. Tila and Ratatas. Tila dresses like a cyberpunk assassin who can make you bust like a poorly monitored prison. She chose the codename Surfer because of all the waves of suspicious liquid she'll need to ride to fish our pants out once I'm done. She has lots of knives and ropes at all times, so you better believe she can pull some freaky stuff off. I mean, she works for Black Steel, which means she's traveled, strong, and should be consistently employed. If all of that doesn't convince you, look at her ears. They're adorable. And you can hit them with the glue brush! Ratatas is one of the best NPC designs, just like in general in Arknights. Like, put the goon scepter down for a moment, look at it. The furs, the jewelry, the stockings and heels, the pattern and tether designs at the bottom of the shirt. It's heat, just like her. Being the head of her clan and having a major Raycon brand deal grants her some of that power that we've been talking about at this tier. Not to mention she's jealous of her married sister. It's the perfect time to get in there and give her more kids than her fucking fraud sister. We can't let this dumbass upstage her. The stylish genius even requires allies to stop Silver Ash from constantly overreaching his authority like the little mini dictator he is. Perfect fertile squirrel for banging, perfect family to get clout with, nice scenic simple society to raise your kids in. This is a huge combo. And now, there is one final Zalak. But I don't think I can include her with all the others. She's just so much more. And with that, I think there's just one thing we can do, one category left. Dorothy is just the best. I don't think I have to explain myself as far as my opinion from a bedroom bouncing perspective. We all know Dorothy, in spite of questionable diet and level of activity, has a body sculpted from marble. If it were soft, silky smooth, and smelled like Four Loko. Four Loko. the scent of progress, and probably substance abuse. Head to toe, grace and beauty. Just look at the skin. Or I guess on the skin it would be wholly veiled down to incredibly detailed single-leg sock. Dorothy is the sweetest little thing in all of Terra, and you better believe she'll treat you right. And if you're into some freaky science shit, she can make you your own personal VR chat-ass ejaculation emporium. Or inject you with transmitter so you can shoot flames out of your dick like a rejected NSP song. She is a beautiful and powerful genius with both heart and hair of gold. And a jerboa, so you know she can bounce on it absolutely insano style. Just look at the way jerboas jump. This is insane. Imagine the torque your noodle's gonna be hit with. It'll be like spinning a hot dog on a power drill. And Dorothy's also great with kids and will ensure that they have the world. Maybe literally should transmitter research continue. And she even needs someone to be there for her in trying times, and you damn well better believe that I would be. There is no Zalak with a better stat spread of sex appeal, kindness, intelligence, child-raising capability, and gerbaciousness. Thus, I can decree, with not even a little bias, Dorothy is definitively the most breedable Zalak. Alright, thanks for letting me do my TED Talk at your Women's Empowerment Seminar. Have a nice night, ladies. Jesus, that was a trip to write. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, sub, yada yada, just enjoy. And I hope you'll come back next time as well. I have gotta go do anything other than read this.